make more sense, but I think the Bar will probably go over here.
I really think they're the new hot commodity right now.
Well, they should be.
They're the new hotness with their mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Of course, you have the Raw and SmackDown women's teams. Now, initially I would have said that Raw was a given for this one because of the people they stacked on it. But with the heat surrounding Nia Jax, I'm not really sure.
Nope.
So that's why I think Team SmackDown's going to go over. Their TBD is going to be a surprise. And that's going to be the factor that has them go over. And that's why I also think Raw's going to win the tag stuff, because I feel like the men's and women's matches will be won by SmackDown.
I don't think the men's is going to be won by SmackDown.
Well, I only think so because I feel like they put too much dissension on the Raw team, whereas the SmackDown team is actually more unified. I also predict that Shane's going to be removed, and either AJ or someone else is going to step in.
No. See, the SmackDown team is all dissension. The Miz wanted to kick off Rey Mysterio, lost his match to him this week. Jeff Hardy and Samoa Joe, they faced off to even get on this team, and Samoa Joe don't like nobody. Shane McMahon, yeah, I think he's going to end up getting replaced, but I think it's going to be by Orton.
You're talking about Shane McMahon, the best wrestler in the world?
Well,
I see Raw winning this because Braun Strowman.
Okay.
Braun Strongman.
Well, if Orton gets on, then I think they're going to win, because that's like the thing they do with Orton.
His freaking...
He's like, he's the GOAT, yeah.
His response to...
But as far as the women go, I think SmackDown women.
SmackDown women just seems... I just think with that TBD spot, it just seems like they're going to actually fill it. The Raw team is built to be so much more dominant than the SmackDown team that I think it would actually... it'll benefit the SmackDown team to go over.
Okay.
But also, traditionally, SmackDown wins all the versus stuff in the end.
Here's the big question. Who do you think is going to be the to be determined?
Abella.
Becky. She'll get shoehorned in there.
I don't think Becky's going to be allowed.
You know what? I could see it happening. She gets in and doesn't do anything until the very end, and she doesn't even have to bump, technically.
All she does is grab an arm.
Grab an arm, yeah. Let everybody else do the dirty work. She doesn't even have to take a bump.
I think it's going to be somebody else. I think it's actually going to be Nikki Cross.
I'd mark out for that.
I'd be perfectly cool with that myself.
Shit.
It's Chris Cyborg.
Shit, maybe it'll be Shayna after she loses at War Games. That'd be a hell of a grab for Team SmackDown. And then, of course, technically she'll be on the wrong brand, but still.
Dakota Kai. It'll be... Zoya the Destroyer.
It'll be the undefeated Bianca Belair, and I will be miserable because I don't like her.
How the fuck is she undefeated? She didn't win Mae Young Classic.
Yeah, I know.
Undefeated.
Oh, she's in defeat.
It'll be Santina Marella. It'll be Harvina.
Harvina.
It'll be Pat Patterson.
Cloudy. But not Cheech and Cloudy.
Yeah, oh god, I remember that Cloudy. Oh, I remember when Ron Garvin dressed in drag?
It's just gonna be handy, we know that.
Rugged Ronnie Garvin.
Yeah, where he had the Garvin stump.
Remember when the big feud between Ronnie Garvin and Greg Valentine was over the fact that Greg Valentine started using a kick pad.
How dare he?
He used a kick pad and they're like, oh no, that adds extra leverage to his figure four. And like, no, he's wearing a kick pad.
All right. Moving on to your three remaining versus matches here. Does anybody think Daniel Bryan has a shot at beating Brock Lesnar?
No.
I don't think so either.
Although the rumors say otherwise.
Well, I'm super stoked for his heel turn because again, we need more stuff like that. We need it. We need a change in his character. We've gotten the return, feel good story. Now it's time for him to do something different.
Brutal, and for us to still love him and cheer for him.
So I think that's going to be pretty cool. I think it'll be a good match, and I think I think Vince made the right decision there, as long as they get AJ on the card in some capacity. And hey, with the whole Becky situation, Vince greenlighted the idea. Daniel Bryan wanted to turn heel, so which means they're giving him the creative direction he wanted, which means he's going to run with this.
And I hope he does. I just don't think that he's going to run through Brock with it.
No, I don't think he's going to run through Brock, but I don't think he's going to fall to Brock either. Like, he's not going to... They're not going to... It's not going to be a 3-minute match.
He's not going to be Braun Strowman?
God, I don't even want to talk about that.
Mm.
As far as Nakamura versus Seth Rollins goes, I expect a very good quality match.
I expect Modern.
I also expect Seth Rollins goes over here.
Moten.
I just think they're higher on him.
It depends upon who's ahead at that time, SmackDown and Raw.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, I would rather see Shinsuke go over, but I don't think he's gonna.
The big thing is whether it's going to be Ronda or Charlotte. Now, we'll talk about the full Becky incident when we get onto the news here, but Becky got pulled from the card because of the Raw Invasion angle. She got they kept calling it a broken face because I guess broken nose didn't sound tough enough. At least that's what I heard.
Gave her a broken face.
So she chose Charlotte to be her replacement, which realistically is a good choice as far as storylines and kayfabe is concerned. As far as shooting stuff is concerned, I'm not a fan because Charlotte really has become the Roman Reigns of that division, and she's become a liability to a lot of fans. So, oy vey. Again, we're gonna talk more about that as the stuff gets on here. But
as far as who's gonna win this match, Ronda's gonna win.
Right, I agree.
So that she'll owe Charlotte at WrestleMania.
That's exactly what I believe is going to happen. Ronda's going to go over it because the original plan that they were discussing was that they were going to run this whole thing where Charlotte couldn't beat Becky and she became down on herself and then she won the Rumble and got the shot anyway. So I think they're going to do that same storyline. It's just that she's going to lose to Ronda, and the storyline will be, well, I need to take down Ronda, and that's where it's going to happen.
Well, that was the plan up until recently.
And that's why I wanted to transition here, because as you had originally pointed out, Glenn, when we were chatting during the week, that the rumor not only is that we might get Ronda versus Becky at WrestleMania 35, but Glenn, where are they going to put that match on the card?
That match is going to be, for the first time ever, a women's main event at Mania.
Well, no Roman, no trips, right?
Yeah, no Roman, no trips. So, and you can say whatever you want about Ronda Rousey, and we all know people do. But if you want a marquee match to main event your WrestleMania with star power, you take the hottest act in the company and put them up against the biggest outside draw that you have, which was the problem with Evolution, was they wanted the marquee names, but they got crap because they put in a Bella.
Ugh.
And we see how well that turned out. So, I think that would be the best decision. I'm pulling for it. And let's hope that Survivor Series is not crap. The rumored Undertaker appearance, I don't know what he might do, but I will pop if I hear the gong, so.
He's supposed to be doing a signing the night before, and there's a lot of rumors that he will definitely be there. But in what capacity, nobody knows.
As a guy backstage watching the show with his friends.
That's my guess as well. But then again, this is the show that brought him to life, and maybe this is.
Oh yeah, he got disqualified.
Maybe this is the last time he'll get to say goodbye to everybody at Survivor Series.
Well,
He is a rumored to be entered into the Hall of Fame this year.
and that's why I want to attend the Hall of Fame. Yeah, I'm not going to do the Mania
the
thing.
Undertaker's the TBD in the women's match.
Just call me the Girly Taker.
Standing in for the Undertaker, Michelle McCool.
The biker bitch.
Undertaker just shows up. He's like, "I'm your partner," and everyone's like, "But nope, they don't say a damn thing."
That would be really funny, especially just considering it's Taker, so who's going to actually argue with him?
That's like when doing like E-Fed style stuff where a guy was like, and Big Show shows up and he wants a cruiserweight title match and no one's gonna tell him no.
You know who rules his locker room? Me.
He just shows up and tombstones Nia Jax.
He's like, "What are you gonna do? Take me to wrestler's court? I'm the judge."
He's all three.
All right.
I wonder who's judge nowadays with Undertaker like not there.
Well, the rumors
Was
were
Kane,
Roman.
but then he's not there.
It was supposedly Roman.
All right, baby girl.
Why the fuck would they do that?
You got to bring me a 6-pack of beer.
Because Triple H is high on him, saying that he actually is the future of this business.
You know, I bet Roman's a really good locker room leader, though. In all honesty, I bet he's a great locker room leader.
You know, the thing is he's probably a really nice guy, too. It's just, I would like him a lot more if he wasn't being shoved down my goddamn throat.
Well, he's not, because he has the cancer.
Well, he's not now. And I feel bad for him now. Because
Jeez, Glenn.
Hey, I've been in his position.
I know.
Roman Reigns Warrior Award.
Oh, fuck you.
You know he gonna.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
I should start writing my petition now.
Hey, Glenn, you like vaping, right?
I do.
Yeah, have you ever gotten kicked off an airplane for it because you wouldn't stop vaping?
I've never had the balls to vape on a plane because I know what happens.
Yeah,
Vapes
well,
on a plane? I've had it with these motherfucking vapes on this motherfucking plane.
well, Enzo Amore wouldn't stop vaping on an airline, so he got kicked off.
Yeah, if you're a normal person, you get kicked off, arrested, and you have to pay a really, really hefty fine.
Yepper.
Like, 5 to 6 figure fine.
He's lucky he didn't get shot by the pilot or the...
Not going there. Wait, was he on a Delta flight?
Oh, I didn't read this story. Alrighty. So let's talk about the Nia Jax Becky Lynch incident, because that's the big news this week.
Okay.
So, as we reported last week on our show, we discussed how they did a poll for Survivor Series, and the most anticipated match was, in fact, Becky and Ronda Rousey. And they were doing a great job with that feud. I mean, hell, they did that, Funko released that tweet where they said there's going to be a Ronda Rousey pop vinyl coming, and Becky tweeted back and said, "I already own Ronda Rousey."
Oh, forget that they've been doing a good job. Despite being injured and Becky being pulled from the match, they're still doing a good job with it.
Oh, yeah.
Becky is on fire.
Becky's the man.
Damn right she is.
She's the man.
She's the man. So, let's discuss what happened. Now, if you guys have ever heard Brian Alvarez's show, he laid into this pretty deep, but...
And he's not wrong.
I agree with everything he said. He said, first of all, fans were crucifying Brie Bella because she hurt Liv Morgan. Like, that's literally the first time Brie has ever hurt anybody in her entire career, and because she's a Bella, she was getting crapped on for it. Nia Jax has hurt 4 people this calendar year, since January. She hurt Bayley. She hurt Zelina Vega. She hurt Bayley. She hurt Natty. And then, of course, Becky was recently. The Becky shoulder injury took her out of a tag team match from a pay-per-view. And, of course, the Zelina Vega thing was just a careless Battle Royal elimination. Now,
fucking almost tossed her into the 3rd row.
Now, go back and watch
Oh wait,
That
and she also missed catching Charlotte on the inside to outside moonsault.